2019 was a pretty good year for me. I started university, I met my wonderful partner Scott, and it was the first time that I ever listened to Mxmtoon. And my life has not been the same since. The first song that I ever heard by Mxmtoon was actually Seasonal Depression. It was not Prom Dress by, some miracle. But I then subsequently listened to Prom Dress and then fell in love with the album Masquerade, and I've been a huge fan ever since. I think her music is just so beautiful, and last year I was lucky enough to actually meet her. I went to a album event in London with Scott and we just had the best time. We got to listen to her new album Liminal Space early, or some of the songs off of it early, and Scott won a victory royale on Fortnite with Maya, which was pretty cool. But all of that to say, I am going to see her in a couple of weeks in Manchester. I have got VIP tickets, so I will be going to the Q&A bit before the show, and I'm so excited for it. And when I went to this album event, I made a vest that had a kind of motif of her on it. It was a promotional shot from her Rising album, and I was able to get pictures with her wearing it, and she said some really nice things about it. And so I was planning on making something else to wear to this concert, but I love that piece so much that I've just decided to wear it again. So what are we doing here? Well, because I'm going to a Q&A, and it's kind of it's not just a Q&A, it's kind of like we sit all together and we make a tote bag or something like that. But all that to say, there's a chance that I might be able to talk to her again, and so I wanted to actually make something to give her. And I was thinking, oh, maybe I should make her a cardigan, because she was so nice about the vest, and maybe I should make something that she could wear. But then I was like, that's a little bit too much. It's a little bit presumptuous of me to think that they would want to wear something of mine. You know what I mean? So instead, I want to make a tapestry, or maybe a couple of tapestries. I haven't quite decided yet. And I was going to do them kind of in reference to her music, but I've decided that I actually want to make them kind of related to some of her interests. I don't know if she would want liminal space on her wall. You know what I mean? So I was watching some interviews that she's done and watching a couple of her videos, and I already knew that she was a huge fan of Ghibli, but I realized a little bit more that she really likes Ghibli. So I think I'm gonna make some Ghibli inspired tapestries, which is why we're here today. Is that okay with you guys? Now the first one I'm gonna make is of Totoro from My Neighbor Totoro, which I actually haven't seen. The only Ghibli movies I've seen is Kiki's Delivery Service, Princess Mononoke, Howl's Moving Castle, and Spirited Away. I feel like that's the big four. But yeah, we're going to start off with a cute little tapestry of Totoro. I've got all of my yarn here. It's a beautiful day. It's 6 p.m. right now. Can you guys believe it? It's 6 p.m. It's 16 degrees. I've got my cats with me. This is great. Actually, I'm going to take a picture just to show you guys. I've got my 2 cats. I've got House of Anubis. I'm ready. Ta-da! Totoro is finished and I'm sick. It's been over a week since I finished this guy, and these past couple of days have been awful. I've got a stinking cold, so apologies that I probably sound like I have a cold, but we're just going to power through because a week tomorrow is the concert. A week tomorrow is the time that I have to be giving these things, or potentially giving these things to Maya, so I need to get cracking. Okay, so firstly, let's talk about Totoro. I think he's so cute. I think he's so stinking cute. Oh my god, hang on. Let me just... Look at where my cat is. I've thrown a bunch of stuff onto Scott's chair just to get out of the way, and he's just plopped himself right on top. Yeah, I love how he came out. I think I might, at the end, depending on how the rest of these tapestries go, I might do some surface crochet just to kind of enhance certain areas, but honestly I think it looks pretty good. And then I'm also debating whether or not to put it on a dowel. I think I'll wait until the end and they're all done to figure out whether I want to put them all on dowels or if I just want to do a felt back and a little hanger. Can I also show you the back of this? Because I find this so interesting when it comes to tapestry crochet, and please let me know how you go about this when you're doing tapestries, because like I said, I just find it so intriguing how different people do it. But this is what the back of my tapestry looks like. Jump scare. So I am a huge fan of floats. I believe this is called intarsia. I actually don't know the names of it all, but I will do anything to prevent cutting and thusly having to weave in more yarn. If I can, I will just float it. I will just pick up the thread and I will just put it to the other side. You know what I mean? So I literally I only have 2 green ends. This and this. And you might be thinking, well, doesn't that make it bulky? Doesn't it make it like scrunch up? Why, yes. Yes, it does. But that's why we block things. That's why we give this a little bit of a steam. We stretch it out. And it all lays flat. And then once you put the felt backing on and it's up on your wall, you can hardly even notice. I know people who will literally cut the yarn, not personally, I don't know these people personally, but I know of people who will cut the yarn every time they have to change a colour. I think a study needs to be conducted on those kind of people, but it worked out fine because it's such a small tapestry. Like if he was much bigger and there were way more like stitches in between the green sides, then yeah, I definitely would have cut my yarn and picked it back up. 23 stitches was the most I had to float across, which again in hindsight is a lot of stitches. Usually I will do between like every 10, so maybe I should have, but like I said, you can't even tell that much. So let me know what you do. Are you a floater? Are you a catcher? Are you a work over every single strand? Like, what do you do? I find it so interesting. But yeah, Totoro is very cute. And I know at the beginning of this video, I said that I was going to do all Ghibli inspired tapestries. Well, I've changed my mind. I want to do like a selection of different kind of pop culture-esque things that I know that Maya loves. And I know that she loves Totoro because I've heard her talk about it in multiple interviews and whatnot. So that was my obvious first kind of choice. But then I remembered how much she loves Miffy. And then as I was thinking, oh yeah, I think she really likes Miffy, she then posted on an Instagram story a picture of all this Miffy related stuff that people had brought to a show for her. So I was like, you know what? Yes, let's do Miffy related next. So I've whipped up this really cute little graph. I was debating on which Miffy to do. I'm not very well versed in the the MCU, the Miffy cinematic universe. That's not funny. Or the I guess the MBU, the Miffy book universe. And so I was looking at pictures of Miffy and I was like, well, which Miffy do I do? Because when I think of Miffy, I think of the white rabbit with the blue dress. But then I was looking at these pictures, I was like, wait, no, am I thinking of white rabbit with the orange dress? And then there's ones of her wearing a red dress and a green dress and whatnot. So turns out Miffy is, she's a fashionista. But I have decided to go with Miffy with a blue dress holding an orange balloon with a yellow background. It's a picture that I found on the internet that I have then translated into a graph. So this is not based on anyone's graph at all. All the graphs that I kind of saw, which there aren't that many actually. Oh, I'm now looking on Pinterest and there is actually a graph on Pinterest that is almost identical to the one that I have just made. But from the looks of it, it's actually too big. I was about to say, firstly, there aren't that many graphs for Miffy. Secondly, they're all quite large. Like this one here is 90 by like 70. Which is huge. The one that I'm making is 46 by 37. Because I didn't want these tapestries to be huge. One, I have to bring them with me, and two, she might fucking hate them. So like, why would you know what I mean? Anyway, I digress. I might try and watch My Neighbor Totoro whilst I make this tapestry. I'm gonna cut this part of the video out if I don't watch it. I think that's my cue to shut the f up and start crocheting. The only problem with crocheting and watching a Ghibli movie is that I have to have it on dubbed, which is really sad because I know that the dubbed sometimes is really bad, but I obviously can't read the subtitles whilst I'm crocheting, so I have to. Let's get our yarn together, cause I'm easy like Sunday morning. Here are our colours. So, with all that freaking rambling out of the way, let's get crocheting. Yes, slay. As you can see, Miffy is done. She's a little bit bigger than I kind of wanted it to be. I keep saying that, but actually it's not that big. Like, this is the average size of your tapestry, so that's fine. And yeah, I'm definitely going to go in at the end, I think, once I've made all the tapestries, and add the finishing touches like her eyes and her mouth. And I might even do like surface crochet around like some of the important areas, just to give it a little bit more definition. So I really like this one. I really love how this came out. I did watch My Neighbor Totoro, and that was so good. That was so wholesome. And when I went on Letterboxd to kind of, you know, put in my rating and log it, I obviously saw that Maya had watched it, and I read her review. And then I went and I read some of her reviews for other Ghibli movies, and it's kind of changed my mind again and gone back to me wanting to make some more Ghibli inspired stuff for her. But that's me done for the day. I'm actually going to go out and watch my friend play some music, which is going to be really fun. This is the first time I'm going by myself because Scott's not here. Obviously, Scott's been gone for a month now, which is kind of crazy. I won't get too much into it, but it's crazy how fast, but also how long it feels like it's been. This past week has been especially tough. Just, I've had a lot of things going on, like in my personal life, and then I got sick. If I'm real with you guys, my screen time on my phone yesterday, I'm gonna have to find it because it was actually diabolical. My screen time yesterday was 15 hours and 26 minutes. And 13 hours of those were spent on TikTok. Like, I did nothing but lie in bed and just scrolled on my phone all day. It was not good, and it didn't feel good to do, but I had no energy to do anything else. So yeah, I'm glad I'm feeling better. I'm gonna see my friend. It's gonna be really nice, and then we'll make another tapestry tomorrow, or we'll do something else tomorrow, which would be nice. So I'll see you guys then. Wow, I can't wait to get my hair done again. Holy moly. It's a new day, but I'm still sick. I'm sick. I don't remember the last thing I said, but I don't think I spoke about my feelings towards My Neighbor Totoro. Crazy. It ended so fast, and spoilers for My Neighbor Totoro, if you haven't watched it and you don't want to, skip to like here. I'm only going to speak for like a couple of seconds, but I for sure thought the mom was going to die the entire time. I don't know what it is about Ghibli movies, but I feel like I have this like misconception that they're all sad, or like have an underlying tone of sadness. I have not seen Grave of the Fireflies, but I know that that's like one of the saddest movies ever. Howl's Moving Castle is kind of sad in a way. Kiki is kind of sad in a way, and but it's not like a sad like sad. It's kind of like an uplifting sad. I think Grave of the Fireflies is just sad, but the whole time I was watching My Neighbor Totoro, I was like, oh my god, the mom's gonna die, and they're all gonna be sad, and there's gonna be this like thing between the sisters where they like come closer together because the mom's dead. The mom doesn't die. This movie is actually just a happy movie about like sisterhood and nature and loving families. Crazy, but I couldn't believe that it was only 90 minutes long. I think I want to do a video where like I see how much I can crochet watching all of the Ghibli movies. I haven't seen all of them. I haven't seen Ponyo, I haven't seen Castle in the Sky, I haven't seen Grave of the Fireflies, I haven't seen The Boy and the Heron, and you know, some of the more niche underground movies. So let me know if you'd be interested in that, because I do want to work my way through all of them, and I thought, why not bring you guys along? Anyway, I digress. We're gonna work on, I think, our last tapestry, and I'm gonna do Jiji from Kiki's. So I have all of my yarn here. I almost thought I didn't have any red. Oh my god, guys, I haven't bought yarn in quite a while, and I was like, the background of this tapestry that I'm doing is going to be red, and I was like, okay, cool, yeah, I have loads of red. I remember having so much red when I last went through my stash, and where's the red, guys? Where is it? It's nowhere to be seen. When will my red return from the war? So I had to literally scrounge to find this. This is all the red that I have, and this is from another project. So when I want to finish that project, I need to get this yarn back. This is the problem with having so much yarn, that you don't know what you have until it's gone. Ugh. Anyway, I don't know what's wrong with me this morning. I'm still sick and I feel like I'm trying to like overcompensate energy. So I'm feeling a little bit hyper. But yes, we're going to do our last tapestry. And then I think I'm going to do just a teensy bit of amigurumi. Because basically after watching My Neighbor Totoro, I went onto Letterboxd to log it. I'm trying to do that because that's kind of a thing that Scott used to do, and I thought, you know, whenever I watch something new, I'll put it on Letterboxd so that he can see what I have been watching. And then I saw that Mxmtoon had obviously logged it. So I went onto her account and I started reading her reviews for some of these movies, and some of the reviews brought literal tears to my eyes, specifically her review on Kiki and her review on The Boy and the Heron. So yes, we're going to do a Kiki tapestry, and then I think I'm going to do a little bit of amigurumi to do with The Boy and the Heron. Again, I haven't seen The Boy and the Heron, but what I have in mind I think will be cute. And I don't know why I'm gatekeeping this idea, because I'm going to tell you in like 3 or 4 minutes, but I want to keep it a surprise for now. I don't know, guys, I'm just kind of quirky like that. Also, I watched Mike's Lost Season 3 video yesterday, and I don't know what it is about Mike, but I think his soul has consumed me. Like, I keep doing and saying things that he would do, and it's actually kind of embarrassing. So if I'm not watching a Ghibli movie, what am I doing whilst I'm crocheting this? I believe I'm going to watch The Pit. I started watching The Pit. Very good. I'm only on episode 2. My mum has watched a couple of episodes and she says it's amazing. I've heard amazing things about it and it is going really well. So it's funny because when I was making my star blanket video, which by the way, thank you so much for all the love on that star blanket video. I thought it would flop, but it's actually doing reasonably well, and you guys have been so nice about it in the comments. But the entire video I was like, do people really fucking care about what I'm saying right now? Like, do you guys care that I'm watching Paradise? Do you guys care that I'm watching St. Denis Medical Practice? But apparently you guys do, so I'm going to keep telling you about the shows that I'm watching, I guess. Anyway, just shut the frick up, Jade. Right, let's get crocheting. Jiji is complete and I think this came out so good. I'm so happy with this one. I was a bit worried about the grey because obviously Jiji is a black cat, but I wanted it to have an outline, so I opted to go for like a dark grey fur rather than a black fur so I could do a black outline. But then I didn't know if I had a grey dark enough, but I digress. It all worked out really, really nicely. I just want to give you some tips and tricks on tapestry crochet as well, after doing so many of them. I've done a lot of tapestry crochet in my time crocheting. So tapestry crochet works differently to, say, knitting. In tapestry crochet, the stitches don't sit on top of each other. They sit slightly to the left or the right of the stitch below, which means that when you're trying to create like diagonal lines or curved lines, it sometimes doesn't look clean enough. I'll use Totoro as an example. Looking back, I wish that I had kind of thought about this a little bit more when designing and also crocheting it. But can you see, like, on this side compared to this side? This side of it is a lot more gappy when it comes to this curve as opposed to this one. And that just purely depends on where you place your stitches on your graph. You can also see on his little whiskers here, this side there's like a gap here, whereas there isn't a gap on this side, which means that I'm probably going to go in and kind of stitch over some of the gaps to make it look a little bit cleaner, or I might even do surface crochet to fix that. But what I did when I was doing Jiji, because it was a little bit of a simpler design, I was able to focus on it a bit better, and I basically just adjusted my stitch where I needed to. So say I completed a line and I looked back at it and realized that, oh, actually I should place this black outline stitch 1 stitch to the left, or I should do 2 instead of 1. I would readjust on my graph, and then I would go back and crochet it. The other thing that I do if I feel like that's not going to fix the problem is I actually just go into the back loop of the stitch below. So for example, on the face, You can kind of see there's like 2 bits of curved here because it's the roundness of the face. And I don't remember which side it was. I think it's this side. Instead of going in with grey into the black stitch below, which would have made it have a bit of disconnect between the row below and the row that I was working on, I would go into the back loop of the black stitch using the grey. And this kind of means that you're not going over the stitch, you're going into the stitch. I don't know if that makes any sense. Maybe I'll make like a whole video dedicated to it someday. Basically, if you find that there's a lot of gapping whilst you're trying to create a certain shape, 1, maybe undo it and try a different positioning for the stitches, or 2, go into the back loop of it and see how that works as well. I find that the back loop one is like a quick and dirty way of like fixing your issues, but if you want it to look like really, really crisp, then I would just undo and just rework the stitches. Anyway, with all that being said, I love how this one came out. So we now have 3 tapestries, kind of 3 different sizes as well, which is quite nice. I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to finish up all of these. I'm going to weave in the ends and add a few details, especially to this Miffy one. And then I do need to also get some felt to put on the back of these. I like matching the felt to like the main colour of the tapestry. So I need some red for this one, yellow for this one, and green for this one. It's kind of an odd shade of green. I don't know if we have this shade of green at work, but I will try my best. And then add the little hanging part, and these are going to be done. So that's really, really fun. With all that being said, let's get these guys finished. I don't know if they'll be 100% finished today because, like I said, I need to get some felt, and I don't know if I have the correct felt for each of these. I love this one. I think this one came out so cute. Look at her. Anyway, let's finish these off. Okie dokie. So I have finished off all of the tapestries. I didn't do anything extra to Jiji, sorry. I didn't do any surface crochet. I didn't go in and fix anything because I think she's pretty perfect. I didn't do much on the Totoro one. I kind of just went and filled in some gaps on the outlines here and there. The one that I did the most to was the Miffy one. And guys, I don't know how I feel about this one. I think the problem is it's not a black outline. I didn't do any black outlines. Like, now looking back, I'm thinking I probably should have done all the surface crochet in black, because if I'm comparing this to like the original piece, it's got a black outline, but I didn't think that would look good, so I didn't do it. I don't know. I might potentially go back and undo all that. When it comes to tapestry crochet, when I weave in my ends, I only weave them in once, because this isn't a wearable. It's not like it's going to be thrown around a bunch, and it's less likely for the stitches to come undone because it's a tapestry. And I'm also going to be like gluing a piece of felt to the back of it, so like, do I really need to be going all in on the weaving of the ends? So it wouldn't be too hard to kind of undo the surface crochet, but like from back here, that just looks wrong, doesn't it? Like up close it's not so bad, and at the moment, like my inclination is to like only gift these two if I'm not going to be doing anything with the Miffy one, because it's kind of, I kind of don't like it. Anyway, what now? I'm not gonna lie, I'm exhausted. I'm still, like I said, getting over this cold. I don't think I can crochet anymore, at least not like intentionally. I think I just need to chill. I think I might just do some editing, or like I might just go to bed, quite frankly. It's only 4 o'clock in the afternoon, but like, who's gonna stop me? Norman! Hello, Nomi! Hello! I know. I'll see you around. Probably tomorrow. I've gone ahead and I've finished up the tapestries, and here they are. Look at how cute these came out, and I kind of forgot that I would need to steam them, especially this one. Like, I don't know if I had a good before shot, but like this was so scrunched up because of the fact that I don't cut my yarn. After a good bit of steaming and a good bit of stretching, it's come out so perfectly, so straight, so square, so beautiful. So yeah, and usually I would put my little tag kind of like here, but I felt a little bit awkward, like if she just put these in her house, but she doesn't have to. It felt really weird. I don't know, there was something really weird about having my logo quite like prominent on it. I didn't like it, so I just popped them on the back. I kind of like cut a little hole and have glued them into the back, and then they just hang like this, which I think is really cute. Now you may be noticing something. There's one less than we made because I tried to fix the Miffy one and I just don't like it. I just don't like how it's come out. I think it looks not juvenile, but like it's not my best work, you know? So I do think I'm going to finish this one up, and I might put it up on my Ko-fi if any of you guys are interested in it, but I'm just not a huge fan of it. And also I think we should stick with a theme, and we've got 2 Ghibli ones here. I think that's pretty good. Now I've been putting this off because you guys know how much I love making amigurumi. I really at least want to try making at least one of these. So I have not seen The Boy and the Heron, but from what I know, there are these little guys called, I need to read this, Warawaras. But they're these little, like, they almost look like adipose from Doctor Who. But I found a crochet tutorial on YouTube, beginner friendly, to make these little guys. So that's what I'm gonna do. It's not gonna work. Okay. My room is just getting full and full of things. I need to go through all of my crochet wearables and see which ones fit me and which ones I just need to sell some. I need to sell some because my room is just getting so full. But anyway, these guys are just plain white. I thought I had some different fluffy yarn, but I do have this yummy King Cole that might do the trick. And then obviously we just have some regular DK in case that falls through. So wish me luck. This probably won't even take me that long. It'll probably take me like a couple of hours, if that. But anyway, let's try and make a little Warawara. Cute. Ta-da! The Warawara is complete, and this is actually so cute. And I love an amigurumi that's like hand size, really densely like stuffed, and just you feel like you could just, you know, it definitely looks like an adipose from Doctor Who. So if you also want to make adiposes from Doctor Who, I would check out this tutorial. I should mention the name of the tutorial. I realized that I didn't beforehand. Let me find it. So the video is called How to Crochet Warawara Beginner Friendly, very beginner friendly, and it is from a YouTube channel called Mary Makes. Now in the description there is a link to a paid PDF pattern, but when you click on it, it's a 404 page and it's not on her website, so maybe you can't buy the pattern anymore, but the video is so good, and it is a really simple pattern, especially if you are already kind of well versed with amigurumi. You can assume a lot of the steps. But yeah, I love how he came out. He's just like, you know, I was a bit nervous about the mouth, but that was super easy to do as well. Yeah, I love it. I love it. You know, as much as I hate amigurumi, I'm really good at it. Not to toot my own horn, but I'm actually really good at it. And he sits really well. Hang on, he sit. So yeah, Really, really cute. But my plans for today, because tomorrow's D-Day. Tomorrow's the day that everything happens, and I'm so nervous. I've actually got like butterflies, like I'm so nervous. But I'm going to get my nails done in a couple of hours, which I'm super excited about. We're going to do kind of like a primary colored theme. Sam, who does my nails, she gets me. I go in and I say, this is the vibe, do whatever you want. And she's like, I gotcha. And it comes out perfect every single time. So I'm so excited. And then I'm going to go over to my mum's salon and she's going to do my hair. Well, she's not going to do my hair. Emily's going to do my hair probably. But yeah, so excited. So excited. Is there anything else to say? I don't think so. I'm so nervous. I'm actually like so nervous. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to give her these things. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I'm like, I've googled where the hotel is and where the concert is like 6 times to make sure that it is in the right place and that I haven't accidentally booked a hotel in a different city. I've checked my tickets like 4 different times. I had originally bought 2 like just general admission tickets back before we knew what date Scott was going to be leaving for his cruise job. And obviously he's been on the cruise for like a month and a half now, so he was not going to be able to come with me. And I was umming and ahhing about just like keeping the tickets and, you know, still going by myself. My mum wanted someone to come with me because I've never traveled anywhere like this by myself, and she was a bit nervous, but I was like, no, I want to go by myself. I think it'll be fun. But then I was like sat there and I was like, why, if I'm going by myself, why waste a ticket on just me? And I sold my other 2 tickets on Twickets, I think. So if you got the tickets, you're welcome. I put them at lower than like market value because I was like, well, if someone's gonna buy tickets, they're just gonna go to the regular website and buy like official tickets. But I am like so paranoid and I'm so nervous that I've accidentally sent them the wrong ticket, but it's literally impossible for me to have done that. There's still something in the back of my head that says you've accidentally sent them your £130 ticket rather than your £25 ticket. Okay. But that's not going to happen. I'm going to get there and it's going to be fine. But this also means that I don't have to stand in a queue for hours upon hours to hopefully get a good space. It means that I'll be in the venue early because I'm by myself. You know, that just makes me feel a bit safer. And so yeah, I'm super excited and I'm going to bring my camera. I don't know how much I'll be able to film of like the early access, like VIP stuff. It does say on the tickets that the Q&A does not include like pictures or autographs, which I kind of expected and I'm so totally fine with. I'm honestly expecting to have to give these to one of her team and just say, hey, could you give these to Maya? I don't fully expect for me to physically be able to give them to her myself. So I think that's kind of like the vibe that's going to happen. The only other thing is, it's like, I don't really want to just give it to her like this. I kind of want to put them in something, but then I have to put it in my bag and I don't want it to get squished. I don't know, decisions. I'll figure it out though. But overall, I'm so happy with the little Ghibli things that we've created. The Ghibli goodies, shall we say. Yeah, super happy. I think they look really nice. But with all that being said, I guess I shall see you later on when my hair is done and my nails are done. And yeah. Oh, I've got butterflies in my tummy. Oh, and also just to like say, you know how I said this would probably only take me like 2 hours? I'm pretty sure it took me 3, but then when I went and checked like the times on the like files on my camera, it said that I started this at like 8 o'clock and finished it at 10. But then I checked the settings at 11 o'clock and I was like, I swear I've only just finished this, unless the last like hour is just absolutely just poofed from my brain. So this took me anywhere between 2 and 3 hours, which was kind of expected. But look at him, he's so cute. He's so cute. Don't ever ask me to make one of these for you. Anyway, I'll see you in a bit. So, as you can see, I got my hair done. Scott said I look like Ramona Flowers, which is probably the highest compliment anyone could ever give me, so I will take it. This took 5 hours. Yeah, we did 2 color corrections and highlights and then the pink, and it came out so good. I love having a mum as a hairdresser. It's just the best. And then these are my nails. Sam just kills it every single time. She has these like clown nails that she's done before, but I didn't want any white. And the originals that she has have got like a white face. And I said, look, we don't have to do clowns. We can do something else, but like just honestly, free reign. all I know I want is that I want primary colours and I want a sad face and a happy face. And she said, bet. Like this one is like, the underneath is actually eyeshadow. How cool is that? So yeah, super, super happy. And they're going to go so well with my vest, which I don't think I've mentioned yet. I actually washed my vest, so I'm wearing the same vest that I made when I saw her in October of last year, just because I love it and I didn't need to make another wearable for this show, so I thought I'd just wear it again. But I must have spilt something down it. I guarantee you it's probably one of the thousands of Red Bulls that I drank that day. So it had like a little mark that you couldn't really see, but I knew it was there and it was really annoying me. So I threw it in the washing machine and it came out so good. But I only took it off the blocking board like yesterday and it had been on there for a couple of days and I was really worried that I'd like accidentally stretched it too much, but I put it on and it fits perfectly, so we're all good. So we got the outfit and I'm super excited. But yeah, I also, obviously I showed you this Warawara this morning. I think he looks so cute, but I had some left over and I thought, you know what, let's make another one. But I was very optimistic about the amount of yarn I had left, so this is the second one. Now you think, oh, that doesn't look that bad. Doesn't look that... Look at how much smaller he is. So these are my two little Warawaras. I think they look really cute. Obviously in the film, from what I can tell, there are like lots of different versions of them, lots of different sizes and whatnot. So I think this is super cute. Yeah, so now we have two Warawaras. And it's used up a skein of yarn. Let's go. We have our two tapestries and our two amis. I think these are so cute. Like, again, I know I say it over and over and over again, but like as much as I hate doing amigurumi, it comes out so good. It comes out so good. So yeah, thumbnail. Super cute, super happy with how everything has come out. We aren't doing Miffy, but that's fine. I think sticking to our Ghibli stuff is the good move. So yeah, now I need to kind of pack, make sure that everything's charged, my camera's charged, my microphones are charged. I need my power bank, need my clothes. Yeah, like I said, I've double checked my booking like 12 times, making sure it's the right place. It's the right place, don't worry guys. I know you were worried, but don't worry. It's okay, I booked the right place. I probably won't see you in the morning. I'll probably see you when I'm in Manchester. I'm in Mancunian. I'm gonna be a Mancunian for the day. That's not how Mancunians speak. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Yee. We made it, besties. Oh, what a drive. This room is huge and it's only for me. Like, hang on. I could do a cartwheel in here. It's funny because when I checked in, I've checked in early because I'm here like 5 hours early, which is so typical me. But when the lady checked me in, she said, so you've got a double room for 2 people? And I was like, yes, I am the 2 people. But yeah, so I don't have to be there until 5 o'clock and it's currently 1 o'clock, so 4 hours early. That's not so bad. I was kind of going to do my makeup again and stuff like that, but I don't really think I need to. I can't be bothered to. I think I honestly might just get changed and just go out and just like walk around for a little bit, maybe go over to the venue so I know where I'm going. I'm still debating whether or not to do like sour cherry and Lucy and Yak today or whether to still save that for tomorrow. I don't know, because then what do I do tomorrow? So yeah, I think I'm just gonna chill. Just gonna go and walk around and see what it's all like. Here's the fit check. I've got my crochet vest that I made the last time I saw her. Just some Lucy and Yak jeans and these pretty sick feeler trainers that I got off of Vinted. And then I put my hair in a ponytail as well because I just know I'm going to get pissed off with it being in my face. So yeah, it's time to go get some food, have a look around. I might also try and find another memory card for my camera because I think I'm running out. Whoopsie. Let's see what we get up to. I had to size down to a 12. I might even buy these and wear them now. Ooh. So I've come back to the hotel because I'm boiling, and I've still got plenty of time until the show, so just so I come back and refresh, I've put on my new Lucy and Yaks, which, by the way, I'm usually like an 18 to 20 in all kinds of clothing. These are a size 12. Make that make sense. I love Lucy and Yak, but sometimes their sizing can be a bit crazy. Anyway, so I've actually got these on now, and they're so much comfier. My jeans are just so hot, and my vest is already making me hot, hence why I've taken it off. So I've also put in my new earrings. I love sour cherry. I'm now all sour cherried up. I'm just absolutely obsessed. It took me like 20 minutes to put the stars in because they are screws, and I prefer the not the clip ones, but the flat back ones that you just push in. These are permanent now, so it's okay. Really random story. I was walking the street about to go to Lucy and Yak, and a guy tapped me on the shoulder, like an older guy. And I was a bit apprehensive, as I should be in a city I don't know. And he had a camera and everything, and he was talking to this guy who was painting, and he went, "Hi, I know this is really random, but I take pictures of colourful people on the street." And I was like, "Oh, do you?" And he was like, "Yeah, do you mind if I take a picture of you?" And I was like, "You know what, what's the worst that could happen? Hey, we're in a public place, so it's all good." So he took me over to this really nice mural, and he said that he actually has like a whole project on colourful crochet, and he showed me these pictures that he'd taken of people wearing crochet, and it was so cool. And he said he was also doing like a project on spectacular spectacles. I was just hitting all the boxes. So he took some pictures of me, and then he took a picture of me on this one of those cameras that prints the picture straight away. I really want to get one of these. I think they're so cool. So that was really sweet. I got to email him to get my pictures. But yeah. And then the people in Lucy and Yak complimented me on my clothes. They addressed me by they, them. Oh, wow. What a beautiful day. What a beautiful day. But yeah, so now I'm just letting my phone charge up a bit. I did get another memory card for my camera because I'm worried that I'm going to run out. I'm having a good day. I'm so happy. I haven't eaten anything yet, which is really bad. I know it's really bad, but I'm so nervous that I can't eat. I managed to redeem a free matcha from Black Sheep. I love Black Sheep so much. So that was great. Oh God, I've forgotten toothbrush and toothpaste. So I'm hoping that there's a little shop nearby that I can just grab some from. So annoying. I knew I'd forgotten something. It was bound to happen. But apart from that, I'm having such a good time. Everyone's so lovely. I love Manchester so much. There's just so much art. The people are so nice. I don't feel unsafe at all. Not like I would if I was actually walking around the streets of Birmingham. So, and then I'm meeting up with my friend for breakfast tomorrow. What a good time to be alive. Right, next time I see you guys will most likely be at the show, which is in an hour and a half. Yee, scary, time to get going.
How's everybody doing tonight? I can't hear you, you gotta be louder! Swear to God if I run into you and you don't even know the half of it, I'll be crying in my progress. There's nothing you can do about it. Who would walk into a session and be like, "Oh my God, today I'm gonna write about my crush." Yes. And I walk into the room, boom, a 40-year-old man. What's wrong with finding refuge in the wild? Has anybody played Minecraft in this room? Yeah! I think I'm ready for my close-up, baby. There's nothing left to do and nothing left to lose. Let me be your muse. It was too late for me. Too late for her. Getting by so boring. Are you guys ready to jump with me? Something more than I scream, but it always sounds pretty. most of it never happened before. You guys have been an incredible crowd. I know we had so much fun with you tonight. It's our last song, so if everybody moves to clap, now's your time to do it. Manchester, thank you all so much for being here tonight. I'll miss you.
Oh my god. It's the morning now, the day after, and honestly, that was probably the best night of my life. That was the most fun I've had in a little while. I mean, I got on the phone with Scott yesterday after the concert, and I just it was happy tears, but I was so sad that he wasn't there to experience it with me, because it was honestly just so much fun. I'll try and keep a long story short, but essentially I got to the queue at about 4 o'clock. VIP was supposed to be going in between 5 and 5:30, but there was no VIP line and GA line. But then we got moved to the other side of the path, and thank God someone behind me said, "Are you VIP or are you general admission?" And I said, "Oh, I'm VIP." And he said, "Oh, we're VIP too, but we don't know where we're going." And I said, "Okay, well, don't ask me because I don't know either." Eventually we figured out that we just need to go inside at 5:30. And then yeah, we go inside, and there's this big long table. Honestly, it looked like the Last Supper. It was just one long table with us on the either side. The package was called the Liminal Crafting Experience, and basically we got an original print that was drawn by Maya, which is super cool. We got a lanyard, which I asked her to sign, and then we got a bag and some paint pens, and we kind of were able to just draw on them whilst she answered some people's questions, which I thought was super cute. So I did It's Okay to Frown, because Frown is one of my favourite songs off of Rising. So and originally she was signing people's bags, but I don't know, I just thought this was a bit cooler. So it was so funny though, because there was only 5 pre-submitted questions. I think people were just too nervous to ask anything. I didn't submit one, so I was one of those people, but it kind of we were there for a good 15-20 minutes, so she kind of just opened it up to the table, and people were asking her about all sorts of things, and and I just said, "If you could be any Ghibli character, who would it be, and why is it Kiki?" And she was like, you know me. And I was like, "Yeah, I've read your letterbooks, girl. You can't get anything past me." And she gave a really sweet answer, and it was just so nice. How many times can I say so nice in this little clip? But yeah, and then when she came round to sign everyone's things, someone said something about Fortnite, and I said, "Oh yeah, me and my partner are still riding the high of winning the Victory Royale with you." And she goes, "It's Scott, right?" She remembered his name, and she remembered us, and it was just so sweet from when we went to London last time. Obviously, because we were there early, we got early access to the merch, and so I got this t-shirt. Honestly, I was not expecting to get both of these items. I was expecting to have to pick between one or the other, but the pricings were actually pretty decent when you think about 2025 concert pricing. This t-shirt, it doesn't have tour dates on the back, which is a little bit sad, but that's fine, was £30. Okay, it's a raccoon, and I didn't realise until this morning that it's kind of Keep My Cool Just a Little, which is one of my favourite songs off the album. Just a Little is apparently it's about her losing Fortnite, which is so funny. And then I got this Liminal Space hoodie as well. Hang on. It just says Mxmtoon on the front, but then, I don't know if you can see because I'm blocking it, but it says Liminal Space, and then this does have the tour dates on it, so that's pretty cool. And the show was incredible. Bee and Her Business, who opened, is absolutely phenomenal as well. Her voice sounds just as powerful and just as good as it does on recordings. It's actually insane, and she's only 20, so but then yeah, the rest of the show was just amazing. I cried. I'm so frustrated with myself though, because when she sang The Situation, there's a part during Cara Cara Benito's verse where it goes, "Well, I guess this is goodbye for now," and she speaks it, and I got you out, I got this camera out because I was recording some stuff on my phone and some stuff on there, and I got you out, and I thought I'd pressed record, and you know, she does the leading up line, and then she like doesn't say the next part, and I am the only one in the entire audience who goes, well, I guess this is goodbye for now, and I like screamed it, and we locked eyes, and she like, we were there, we were in the moment together, you know. And then I looked down at my camera. It's not recording. No one else did it. I don't understand why no one else did it. Like, oh, so sad. My favorite all-time song by her is Fever Dream. Literally, like, I get a visceral reaction whenever I hear it. It was one of the first songs that I ever heard by her, and she played it, and I just... single tear rolling down my face. So, yeah. And then she ended it with End of the World, Dance Dance, which I thought was so perfect. I was not expecting that to be the last song, because I was like thinking, well, she's done Prom Dress, she's done Mona Lisa, she's done like all the like really, really popular pop songs. Like, what's she going to end it with? And she ended it with Dance Dance, End of the World, which I thought was such a perfect ending to the concert. So that's me done. I'm gonna go meet my friend for breakfast, my old roommate Andrew, who I haven't seen in quite a while, but he lives in Manchester, so I'm so excited that I'm able to meet up with him and we can have a chat, and then I might just walk around the shops again, but my goal is to get out of here before my parking runs on to another 24 hours. So, with all that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. Oh, I should actually update you. My crochet stuff, which is the whole point of this video, when the Q&A thing was about to happen, her tour manager came out and she said, blah, 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 blah. If you have anything to give Maya, could you give it to me and I'll give it to her? And so I gave her my stuff, and I put a note in there as well from me, just to make sure that she knew it was from me, kind of situation. And some other people gave her like some cards and stuff. And now I don't need her to post about my stuff. That's not my whole thing. But she did post a picture of all these Miffy stickers that she was given. Super, super cute. Like laid out on this table. And then like some cards. And I couldn't see my stuff anywhere. So I just hope, which I'm pretty sure I'm sure she's gotten them. I'm sure she's received them. And I don't need any validation that she has. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need her to post. I don't need to, you know, blah, blah, blah. I just really hope she receives them. But I don't have a definitive answer as to whether she has or not. So I hope she has. It was a bit of fun, you know. I wanted to do something to then, like, you know, document this experience in Manchester by myself. So I'm super proud of myself for like stepping out of my comfort zone. Manchester is a beautiful city. I love it here so much. I'm just proud that I was able to independently do this by myself, and I could do it again. Why not? But with all of that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for sticking around whilst I ramble on about Crochet and Mxmtoon and Studio Ghibli. Like, we covered a lot of topics in this video. If you like the video, then be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Be amazing to have you here. But yeah, stay safe, drink some water, take your vitamins, I don't know, do the stuff to look after yourself, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys. You okay?
Morning.
Yeah,
Are you okay?
Yeah.
I'm preaching about gospel of Jesus Christ.
Say again? I'm okay, thank you.
Huh?
Have a lovely day though. I gotta go in a bit, but thank you.
What, did you believe in him?
I don't want to discuss it. It's okay. Thank you though. I don't want to preach about the gospel, bro. Anyway, I want either the bumblebee or the frog. But this one's cute, so I don't really care. This is my first time opening a bind box. Let's go. Oh, that was so good. Yes. I got the bumblebee. Oh, she's so cute. I think these are so much cuter than the little boo-boos. Yeah, let's freaking go. And it comes with a card. Oh, that was good. That's so cute. I waited in line for so long because I woke up so early. But that was worth it. That was worth it, baby.